Bebe Cool just coughed up almost 4 billion shillings to acquire a house for his wife Zuena. That's a whole lot of money. He actually explained how he was able to accumulate that money and buy the house. But before we go into the details, let's first listen to this comical reaction from Patra.
Bebe Cool ne bwoba tomwagala gamba congratulations big size. Yaguze nyumba ya dola milioni emwe ya dola. Nena ndibayina sente. Nze nebuuza ekibuuzo olunaku abagaggawala batya kubanga njala kugaggawala naye algorithm eyo sinnabagitegeera. Matrix ali awo, science, physics, biology ne chemistry ali wakati awo mu transition nzo okuva mu bwavu ngende mu bagagga. Sinnabakategeera akazannya akali awo naye akamanya nnyinyo bambuuze Bebe Cool mwennyini taata like abagagga mugaggawala mutya. Luganda is also not Luganda ling, but my point is clear. Bebe Cool sebo, like how do you get the money? Wagira Museveni cause nze nchuka. Yes. Nze kusente nchuka. Echo chinene ije chinene naye nchuka. Anyway, gamba congratulations big size. Yaguze mashoni.
Yeah, I found it quite interesting, and I think even Bebe Cool found it quite interesting because it's where he came to comment and explain how he was able to accumulate that money that helped him make these investments. Bebe Cool says that he has been working with the government, and as we all know, government is the biggest spender. So he has been making moves and deals that have helped him over the years become extremely wealthy. Remember, some time back while appearing on the Vibe Life podcast with Jenkins, Sandy, and Bat Badru, he said that whenever you get money, he would invest it in bonds and treasuries. Those of you who don't know what all these details mean, it's just lending money to the government. But if you want to go into details, just go and watch Kakande's videos. Alex Kakande is on TikTok and YouTube. But yeah, Bebe Cool says working with the government is a good strategy. And as we all know, even people in the opposition, even these media houses, they get most of their advertising money and contracts from government because it's already spending money. They have the money. So if you go through budgets and know where government is injecting money and bid and get nice contracts, government is always going to give you some good dimes. But it's just that at times government delays to pay. So I'm sure you've seen people crying on how domestic debt, government is not servicing it, and people are losing their companies because of delays. That's why you always see government bailing out some of these companies because they get contracts from government and government delays to pay them. So that's how some of these things happen. Government has to pay them because it has delayed to pay them, and they have had to borrow and they are struggling. But going back into history, Bebe Cool has already told us that he is making strategic moves, even when people are laughing at him that he hasn't built a house for his wife, he hasn't wedded. And as you saw from his explanation, he says it's very good to make a difference between assets and liabilities. As we all know, a house is usually a liability because, or even a wedding, because that's money you put into something. I'm not going to gain it. So that's why for him it was like, let me just put money into investments, and when time comes these things are going to be easy, and he's doing it right now. The guy is driving very huge machines. He was the other day bragging about his bed. Now he has bought a house of $1 billion. That's almost 4 billion shillings, roughly 3.8 billion or 3.7 billion shillings. And Jenkins the other day while appearing on Talk Show said that the house had been on market for almost a year, and when Bebe Cool finally saw it, he just paid up. And they say he bought it about 3 months ago, so it's not news. It's just that Zuena finally decided that let me let the public know that my husband bought me a house. It's located in prime area Bwewaja along Entebbe Road. So for me, the biggest takeaway from this whole thing is always know your strength and ignore the noise. Bebe Cool did just that. People laughed at him, mocked him for renting, not building a mansion like his colleagues Bobby Wine and Chameleone were doing. But now he's doing things at his pace. He took his time, he knew where his journey was going, and he's now doing as he wishes. He's driving better cars than those guys. He's living large. His kids are going to good schools. He's doing whatever he wishes because he took his time, knew his strength, focused on what he wanted, and in his late years he's living the dream. Yeah. So that's the biggest take. Always know what you want, and when people come to make fun of you, just ignore them, because they don't matter. It's you who matters, because you're the one putting in the work and you know where you're going. Peace out.